Yo, all right. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let everybody come in the building, man. I hope everybody having a good day, like always. Hope everybody having a good day, like always. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Um, I must say this off rip. I have my disclaimer. What's good, Teray? I have my disclaimer in the chat. Um, well, I have my disclaimer in the description box. Also, if you do not like me as a person, please leave now. If you do not like the mentioning of Jesus or scriptures every now and then you're please welcome. You're welcome. You're more than welcome to leave now. And we want to keep this informative. We want to keep this very informative. We want to continue to spread love and unity on this platform. That's it. What's up, Miranda? How you doing? All right, so we're going to take a look into the Kendrick case. And we want to take it bit by bit because Miss Jackie Johnson reached out and said that she would like or she would love for us to help her get justice, y'all. And this is SSU, man, Slice Slow University. We must go in, sit down in the classes, man, pull our textbooks out, and we'll really get up on this case. All right, so let's get into, the Wikipedia, what Wikipedia has put up about Kendrick Johnson. Okay. So on January the 11th, 2013, Kendrick Johnson's body was discovered inside a roll-up wrestling mat in the gymnasium of Lowndes High School in Valdosta, in the U.S. state of Georgia, where he was a student. A preliminary investigation and autopsy concluded that the death was accidental. Now remember that. They did an autopsy and the preliminary investigation said that this death was accidental. Of course. Johnson's family had a private pathologist conduct a second autopsy, which concluded that Johnson died from blunt force trauma. He didn't beat himself up. So you mean to tell me he applied this blunt force trauma to himself, then was still coherent enough, still had enough energy, enough life within him to put himself into a mat? You feel what I'm saying? What's up, Mo Valley? How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a blessed morning, bro. All right. And yo, Mo, Teray, y'all, if y'all can hear me, could y'all put a 1 in the box? If I'm coming through pretty clear, could you put a 1 in the box? Because I just want to go over the preliminaries, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do a panel on another video. Yeah, we're going to get on it, Mo. Mo, did you watch the video where the mother reached out to us, man? She's a great lady, man. Miss Jackie Johnson, man. She's great. And she reached out to us, man, and so we own this. You feel me? Okay, so October the 31st, 2013. So like 9 months later, the U.S. Attorney of the Middle District of Georgia announced that his office would open a formal review into Johnson's death. So the mother, the family, they kick in the gear. About 9 months later, they say they're gonna open this investigation up. All right, on June 20, 2016, just 3 years later, the U.S. DOJ announced that it would not be filing any criminal charges related to Johnson's death. How? How? If the family got a second autopsy that said blunt force trauma, then in 2016, the U.S. DOJ announced it would not be filing any criminal charges against anybody. Then it go to say Kendrick Johnson's family filed a $100 million civil lawsuit against 38 individuals. The lawsuit alleged that Johnson's death was a murder and accused the respondents of a conspiracy to cover up the homicide. Wow. Yep. The lawsuit was subsequently withdrawn. So why did the Johnson's family lawsuit of $100 million get withdrawn when they had an autopsy that proved that the death was caused by blunt force trauma? Do y'all feel that? So they had the Johnson family had a $100 million lawsuit against 38 individuals. Them lawsuits were withdrawn. Not only that, the judge ordered the Johnsons and their attorney to pay more than $292,000 in legal fees to the defendants. Wow. So they went trying to get a settlement for the cover-up and ended up having to pay out over 200-some grand. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that something, man? Crazy. What's up, Positive? What up, Shay Shay? I'm gonna need to cook some breakfast and something. Yeah, Teray, something is definitely wrong with that. We're gonna get down to the bottom of it, though. Let's go down some more. Okay, this is the initial investigation. Johnson was found headfirst in the center of a roll-up wrestling mat. In the center of it, y'all. Oh my God, dog. I'm not gonna show the picture, but I will put the picture up on the Facebook group. Let me go and copy this picture right here. Whew, it's crazy. I'm gonna put that picture up in the Facebook group when I'm done. But he was found headfirst in the center of a rolled-up wrestling mat in his high school gym on January 11, 2013. His body was discovered by students who had climbed up to the top of a cluster of mats, each of which stood nearly 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. An autopsy by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation stated that Johnson had died from positional asphyxia, asphyxia, asphyxia. So let me see what that is, positional asphyxia. Let's look into that. Positional asphyxia is a form of asphyxia which occurs when someone's position prevents the person from breathing adequately. Positional asphyxia may be a factor in a significant number of people who die suddenly during being restrained by police, correctional officers, military, healthcare staff. It's also common. It's the common cause of death in infants. So they're saying that the position that he was in is what killed him. No. No. We're not gonna take that. They want to tell us that the position that he was in is what killed him. If his body was already emptied out, then how in the world could this be positional asphyxia? How could this be positional asphyxia? Come on, man. And the case was ruled an accidental death by the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office. Of course. So here we got Masons. You feel what I'm saying? Here we go. Of course. They hypothesized that Johnson had fallen into the mat while looking for a shoe and died after being unable to get out. Man, come on, dog. Let me tell you something. If his shoe was in the mat, all he had to do was unroll the mat. By the picture right here, you can unroll that mat in about 4 seconds. It's got a little tie on the outside of it. You take the tie off, unroll the mat, get your shoe, and then roll the mat back up. Come on, man. Who they think they fooling, man? Then look, y'all. It's an Adidas shoe. Y'all remember I told y'all? The Adidas. Johnson was not wearing shoes when he was found. So you mean to tell me, okay, so if he was looking for hold on. So, okay. Now, see, this is where they get it wrong right here. Wikipedia. They said that Johnson was he was looking for a shoe when he died. Then they come and say it's common for kids. Johnson was found with no shoes. So if he was looking for one shoe, why were there no shoes when he was found? That's where they messed up at. They should have kept a shoe on him and then had the other one off. Then that would have made their story seem more plausible. They should have kept one shoe on. They always mess up, man. Oh, let me come to the chat, man. Who all with me? Who all with me on that, man? Nah, it ain't that wrong with Adidas, Teray. It's that, you know, I just find it ironic that it's Adidas in this situation, just like it was Adidas, and they made sure that they told you what type of shoes he had on. He had on Adidas shoes. Why would they feel the need to tell you what type of shoes he had on? Like, oh, he had on Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Or he had on Vans. Why is that important? What is important, I thought what was important was y'all saying that he fell in the mat looking for his shoe. And then you come back the next line on Wikipedia and you say he was found with no shoes. So shoe or shoes, it's totally different things, man. Yeah, I believe that. Teray, that's not where he was originally killed. But let's get into it. A student at the school said that he shared a pair of Adidas shoes with Johnson, and that at the gym class, Johnson would always go to the match, jump in, and toss the shoes inside the middle of the hole. Wow. Okay. So, we need to see who this student was right here. We need to really find out who this student was who said that he shared a pair of shoes with Johnson, and that Johnson would go to the match, jump, and toss the shoes inside the middle of the hole. We need to get in contact with that guy. Lieutenant Stride Jones, who headed up the investigation for the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office, stated, "We never had credible information that indicated this was anything other than an accident." Johnson's family questioned this hypothesis. We never had credible information that indicated this was anything other than an accident. What? You never had any credible information that indicated this was anything other than an accident when they had an autopsy that said and proved that he died from blunt force trauma? But you ain't had no credible information? Okay. Johnson's family questioned this hypothesis. Unsatisfied with the results of the investigations, Johnson's family hired an independent autopsy conducted by a private pathologist who came to a different conclusion, finding that his death was caused by blunt force trauma. We also need to find out what lawyer the Johnsons had on this case, man, because if we can find out if that lawyer had any Masonic ties, man, then we know why they didn't get no answers, man. You got to be careful with what type of lawyer, you know what I'm saying, you're choosing in these situations if you really want answers, man. At the opinion, okay, so we just getting a whole breakdown, y'all. We getting a whole breakdown of the case and everything like that. Like I said, I will be posting pictures, surveillance footage of Johnson entering the gymnasium shortly before he died. Okay, so after the opinion of the private pathologist was released, Johnson's family stated that they believed Johnson had been murdered. Okay, and they had every right to believe that, y'all. They had a autopsy that proved this. The family retained the services of attorney Benjamin Crump. There you go. So this is the attorney right here. Let's click on him. Ooh. They don't even got no picture of this guy. Ain't that something? Whew. They done took Benjamin Crump picture off of him. Do they even have on Benjamin Crump's career that he did the case? Let me see. There you go. Previously representing the family of Kendrick Johnson, an African-American high school student was found dead in the school of Adolphus under mysterious circumstances. He stepped down from the legal team in late 2015. Crump is representing Corey Jones, who was killed by a plainclothes officer while waiting for a tow truck in South Florida. Hey, he got the Corey Jones situation. You feel what I'm saying? The Kendrick situation. So we need to find this guy. Okay, so Benjamin Crump. Who are you, Benjamin Crump? Let's see. Let's see who you are, Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump. Oh, here you go. Whoa, oh, you look familiar. I'm gonna put your picture up in the Oh Lord. Oh, as soon as I click on this picture, I see an Illuminati sign. Ain't that something? Not Illuminati, but you know, higher ups. I don't do the Illuminati thing, but I get on to my okay, Benjamin Crump. I got you now, buddy. You're going in the files. And I'm looking at your images right here. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom. Oh, he up here with this guy right here. God damn, Benjamin Crump. Oh, he up here with all the finesses. Wow. Okay. Now I don't want to get on Benjamin too hard because I don't know. Only thing I'm doing, man, just a rough sketch. I don't want to put nothing on Benjamin that ain't supposed to be on Benjamin. Only thing we're gonna do is just look into it. I don't know who Benjamin is really right now, but I'm just looking through some of his pictures and yeah. So we'll get on Benjamin Crump in a minute. So Benjamin Crump represented the family, the Johnson's family in this situation. On October the 31st, 2013, the Middle District of Georgia announced that the office will open a formal review into Johnson's death. Benjamin Crump's application to the Georgia court to practice in Georgia representing Kendrick's parents was not ruled on, and he withdrew from representing the Johnson family as no longer participating in the case. Look at that. Benjamin Crump saw something, man. Something. What, he just resigned. He just resigned from being representing the Johnson family, man. Why? He like just resigned. Okay. So what did the Johnson's family do after Benjamin Crump left them? Johnson's family filed a legal action to open a coroner's inquiry into his death. When the judge in the case delayed a decision, pending outcome of the U.S. District Attorney review, the family demanded that the governor of Georgia immediately authorize the inquiry instead. The Johnson's family, together with the NAACP and other civil rights activists, then held a rally at the state capitol in Atlanta. The governor's office released a statement indicating that they would await the report of the U.S. District Attorney. So basically, the family was trying to get the governor of Georgia to go ahead and authorize the outcome of the case through the U.S. District Attorney. Then the governor of Georgia said, nah, we're going to wait on the U.S. District of Attorney. I ain't finna get my hands in that. We're going to wait on the U.S. District of Attorney. So the governor of Georgia is Mr. Nathan Deal. Let me go ahead and GA Governor Nathan Gill. You know, I'm just putting all these Nathan Deal. I spelled his name wrong. My bad, player. His name is Nathan Deal. Okay, so we got Nathan Deal. We'll be back. We'll be back for you, all right? We'll be back for you. We're just gonna get through the rest of this right here. Let me see. Nathan Deal. Okay, 1 second. Let me get Miss Johnson this YouTube link so that she can if she wants to, she can come through and chop it up with everybody. Her name is Miss Jackie, y'all. So Her name is Miss Jackie. So if y'all see her in here, say hello. And she will probably be on the yeah, not probably, she will be on the Kendrick page. Uh, uh, 1 second. Let me send her this YouTube link. And we just basically just doing a little rough draft right now. So Nathan Deal, the governor, said that he wasn't going to step over any boundaries. He was going to wait on the outcome of the U.S. district attorneys. Okay, now so they have a portion called body on his Wikipedia, on Kendrick's Wikipedia. The independent autopsy found, among other things, that Johnson's body was stuffed with newspapers. The funeral home that processed the body following the GBI's autopsy stated that they never received Johnson's organs from the coroner. Johnson's internal organs were said to have been destroyed through natural process and discarded by the prosecutor before the body was sent back to Valdosta, according to the funeral home owner. Then left a void which the funeral home filled. So basically what they're saying is, man, look, he ain't have no organs because his organs were destroyed internally. Oh my jeez. May God be with this family. May God really, really, really be with this family. I'm only 10 minutes into reading into this in depth, and I really can't believe these people, man. They say his internal organs were destroyed through natural process, and then they threw away his organs before his body was sent back to Valdosta. Oh my God. They just throw them away. Just throw them away. Because, you know, I want to know the process of organs being destroyed internally. I want to know that process. I want to know how long it takes for your organs to internally kill itself. I don't. That's crazy. The funeral home owner stated that it is standard practice to fill a void in this fashion, and that cotton or sawdust may also be employed for this purpose. They all taking up for each other. So now the funeral home stating that, look, this is natural for organs to be destroyed internally, and it's natural for us to put newspapers. And he said, look, we'll put cotton in their body, we'll put sawdust in their body. What? Cotton and sawdust and newspapers, man? Johnson's family filed a complaint with the regulatory body against the funeral home operator. You feel what I'm saying? So now the Johnson family got to make complaints against the funeral home. They got to make complaints against these people, trying to get answers, man. You ain't finna tell me that my loved ones' organs killed themselves on the inside of their body, and then that y'all had to fill it with newspaper, sawdust, or cotton. A subsequent investigation by the Georgia Secretary of State's office found that the funeral home did not follow the best practice and that other material was more acceptable than newspaper. So now they're saying, look, man, they could have put more acceptable stuff than newspaper in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Nonetheless, the investigation cleared the funeral home of any wrongdoing. The investigation cleared the funeral home of any wrongdoing. A spokesperson for the Secretary of State said that the investigation found that the funeral home did not violate any rules. The Johnson family subsequently filed a civil suit against the funeral home seeking money damages. So, out of all these people that the Johnson family sued, they ain't get nothing. It looks like up to this point, they're not getting nothing. And the funeral home, just like in the other case that we was following, y'all remember we called the funeral home said, it ain't up to us, it ain't our fault, you got to go here and there to get the answers, it ain't us, we just do this, we just put the body here, put the body there, it ain't our fault. Maybe they were already gone before the body got there, y'all, or maybe this is just a full-fledged lie. You know what I'm saying? We don't know yet. So we're looking into it. Well, we know that it's a lie, point blank period. But what we're trying to figure out is, were they gone before they got there? Did they do it there? You know what I'm saying? Answers. There are answers. You know what I'm saying? You can get the answers. Gotta take it one day at a time, one bit at a time. So basically, the funeral home was cleared of any wrongdoing. The Johnson family went after the funeral home, and no results. So let's get into the surveillance tape, y'all. We got surveillance tape, then we got legal action, and then when we're done with the preliminary. This is just preliminary right here. So surveillance tape. In November 2013, 290 hours of surveillance tape from 35 cameras that covered the gym area was released to CNN following a court request. A forensic analysis enlisted by CNN found that tapes from 2 cameras are missing an hour and 5 minutes of footage. You hear that? Tapes from 2 cameras are missing an hour and 5 minutes of footage. So that's 2 angles where you don't get an hour and 5 minutes. You don't even get that hour and 5 minutes. Do you know what all can happen in an hour and 5 minutes, man? Do you know what all can happen in an hour and 5 minutes? While another set was missing 2 hours and 10 minutes. Wow. So you got one set of cameras missing an hour and 5 minutes. You got another set of cameras missing 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, all in all, that's 3 hours and 15 minutes. That's 3 hours and 15 minutes of footage not accounted for. 2 cameras covered the entrance into the gym before Johnson's arrival and showed a student entering the gym before Kendrick Johnson. There were also some students standing near the entrance to the gym. Attorneys for the Johnson family have expressed fears that the camera footage was edited as part of a cover-up. However, both the president of the Valdosta Lowndes County chapter of the SCLC and the former lead investigator of the chapter have stated that they believe the attorneys for the Johnsons have not been entirely truthful in their statements and that there is no cover-up in this case. So now the Lowndes County people and the SCLC, let me see what the SCLC is. The SCLC is the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Wow. So they don't have the NAACP. The Johnson family had the NAACP. They went and got the lawyer named Benjamin Crump. He ain't do nothing. The NAACP, they ain't do nothing. When they got the SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, they didn't do nothing. Went to the this family went to the Lowndes County chapter. They weren't able to do nothing. What the Supreme Court? The district, U.S. District Attorney, they ain't doing it. The governor of Georgia didn't even make a move. You feel what I'm saying? This right here, ooh, this is crazy. All right, this is crazy. All right, so we're gonna get into legal actions now. Legal actions. This is the last part of the Wikipedia right here. The legal actions portions right here, y'all. The family of Kendrick Johnson filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Lowndes County Board of Education, its superintendent, and the high school principal. So that's a lawsuit against the Board of Education, the superintendent, and the high school principal. The suit alleged that Johnson was violently assaulted, severely injured, suffered great physical pain and mental anguish, and subject to insult and loss of life on January 10, 2013. While the lawsuit did not name the person or persons allegedly involved in the January 10 event, nor identify the race of alleged perpetrators, it implies a race-based dimension to the hypothetical assault. So the lawsuit alleged that the defendants were negligent and violated Johnson's constitutional rights to equal protection based on race. It alleged that the defendants ignored reports that previously Johnson was repeatedly attacked and harassed by a white student. Kendrick was attacked on a bus trip 14 months prior. Wow. According to the lawsuit, the other student had a history of provoking and attacking Johnson at school. Johnson was victimized again in the presence of coaching staff and employees of the same school after his mother complained about the attacks, the suit said. The suit also alleged that school officials failed to properly monitor the activities of students throughout all areas of the campus and to maintain a properly functioning video surveillance system. That's a good lawsuit. Just reading that first paragraph right there, that would be one of the perfect ways to initiate a lawsuit. Now let's see what happened. In August 2014, the parents of Brian and Brandon Bell filed a $5 million lawsuit against Ebony Magazine after the magazine published a series of articles naming 2 students as possible suspects in the death. The magazine used pseudonyms, and let me tell y'all what pseudonyms are. All right. Pseudonyms it's an alias. Okay, basically pseudonyms are aliases. So the Bible used aliases, but otherwise accurate in the description of the boys, including the fact that their father was an FBI agent. Oh my jeez. So Ebony Magazine put out an article saying that two boys were suspects. They did not name the boys by name. They used pseudonyms, alias names like Rabbit, country black rabbit, you know what I'm saying? Use some pseudonyms for them. But the boys looked at the paper and said, "Ooh, they got to be talking about us. Our dad is an FBI agent. They got to be talking about us." So they filed the $5 million lawsuit against Ebony Magazine. The article used as a source an anonymous email to the sheriff's office alleging that the younger of the 2 brothers killed Johnson after learning that Johnson had sex with the brother's girlfriend. Oh my jeez. Rick and Karen Bell asserted that their sons were not involved in the crime, are not conspired suspects, and have been harassed as a result of publication. Okay. So these 2 guys, Brandon Bell, the sons of Rick and Karen Bell. Rick is an FBI agent. This is the last paragraph. January 2015, Kendrick Johnson's family filed a $100 million lawsuit in the Superior Court of DeKalb County. Hey, that's where I went to school at. Of DeKalb County against 38 individuals. Respondents included 3 of Johnson's classmates. 2 or 3 respondents are unnamed and local, state, and federal officials. The school superintendent of Lowndes County, the Valdosta Lowndes Crime Lab, the police chief of Valdosta, many sheriff deputies, the city of Valdosta, the state medical examiner, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and its 5 agents, and an FBI agent. The lawsuit alleged that the FBI agent ordered his 2 sons and classmates to attack Johnson. Kendrick Johnson's family alleged that his death was a murder and accused the respondents of a conspiracy to cover up the homicide. Jim Elliott, the Lowndes County attorney, stated that the allegations were unfounded and baseless and that any response would be made in court. All local superior judges recused themselves from presiding over the case, preventing the lawsuit from being filed and heard in Lowndes County. The judge's reason was because of their close proximity to the accused. For that reason, Chief Judge Harry J. Altman stated that it was inappropriate for these judges to preside over the case. Shortly before the lawsuit was filed, the attorney of Middle District of Georgia, Michael J. Moore, said in a statement that a federal investigation was still open and that investigation has proven more complicated and taken longer than originally anticipated. U.S. Attorney of the Middle District of Georgia, Michael J. Moore, has since resigned. After Michael J. Moore resigned, the case was transferred to the Northern District of Ohio under the leadership of Stephen Dettelbach. Shortly after receiving the Kendrick Johnson case, U.S. Attorney Stephen Dettelbach resigned. Dettelbach. So we just got people resigning. Despite these resignations, or despite these people resigning, the Department of Justice investigation continued, according to Department of Justice spokesperson Michael Tobin. So we had 2 U.S. attorneys for the Middle District of Georgia resigned. You know what I'm saying? So we just got people hopping in the case, resigning, hopping in the case, resigning, hopping in the case, resigning, hopping in the case, and resigning. So with all that being said, we ran down everything. You feel what I'm saying? And it's real bad. It sounds real bad. But what I'm gonna do is, go through everything. I will be putting some pictures up in the Facebook group. And we just gotta take it bit by bit, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't make no overall assumption of everything that I believe happened so far. I have told y'all from my point of view. It's my point of view. Nobody else's. I'm just saying from what I'm looking at, especially the first part about him going in the mat to try to find his shoe and everything like that. I think that that's bogus. Um, and me personally, I don't think that that's true at all. Um, and then you're still missing about 3 hours and some change of footage. You're missing 3 hours and some change of footage in that school. Why can't people just get footage that's untampered with, unaltered, and you can get every angle, every minute from every angle? Why is that so hard to get nowadays? Why is it so hard to get video footage from every angle of every camera with no pauses, no cuts, no nothing? Isn't that why we get cameras? So we can play them back? So we can play the footage back? Why in situations like this, man, you only get like bits and pieces of footage, man? They chopping it up, everything like that. You feel what I'm saying? And then the two sons of the FBI agent, they sued the magazine. Not the magazine didn't put their name in the magazine. They didn't put their name. They used their own nicknames. They used whatever nicknames they wanted to put for the kids. They didn't put their real name. They protected their identity. Only thing they said was that their father was an FBI agent. Now, it could have been plenty kids in that school whose father was an FBI agent. A hit dog will holler. I'm just saying, maybe that's what transpired. But that's something that we have to look into. I just wanted to kind of brief y'all on that. If y'all want to do a panel, man, we can definitely do a panel. Let me upload. If y'all wanna, okay, yeah. Miss Jackie said thank you, y'all. She just messaged me. She just messaged me and said thank you. So if y'all want to do a panel, man, we're welcome to do a panel, man. Everybody got paid except the victim. Yeah. Even I think even the two boys whose dad is an FBI agent, I think they even sued the magazine for like 8 million, man. So they got wow, man. See, we live this world, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. This world was perfectly made by God, man, but the people in it make it a sick place to live, man. Guide us to the truth, to the answers we seek. SSU. You already know, Mo Valley. We already know, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. So let me put if y'all want to come up on the panel, email me at this email here. Yeah. Email me at this email here. Yeah, I think they actually won that. So if y'all want to come up on the panel, man, just email me at that. While y'all doing that, I'm gonna drop these pictures on the SSU page. Just a couple pics. I'm dropping the pics of the lawyer that they had, and they resigned, and he resigned or whatever. I'm gonna drop the one that they had of Kendrick in the mat. So while I'm doing that, if y'all want to come up on the panel, email me, okay? Yep, they say he fell in there looking for his shoe. Not only that, they say his organs internally destroyed themselves. Yep, they say his organs internally destroyed themselves. Let me see where I'm at. Y'all, I'm at SSU right now. Okay, bet. All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna put that, and I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna leave that right there right now. Right now, I'm gonna leave that right there right now. All right. So, a lot of people think it. A lot of people say it was a hate crime. You know. And you know what? And then again, man, I'm thinking that a lot of times these be professional killers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking a lot of times these be professionals, man. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, she said thanks. She said thanks. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking that these got to be like some professionals right here, man. These got to be like some professionals that do this, man. You know, they. I don't think they would put it in the hand of an amateur. You feel what I'm saying? Because Kendrick was what, like around Kendrick, I think, was around the age of 17. I didn't know if the kids who supposedly did the assault was like 16 or something like that. But technically, man, if this was like if this was a hit, then who would trust a 16-year-old to, get the job done? You feel what I'm saying? Who would trust a 16-year-old? I'm thinking that this seemed like professional, man. This seemed like a professional hit to me, man. Like real talk. And this is why I think when you see the footage, you don't see anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I remember in the other case, what you call it was on the picture, and the quote was on the picture saying, "No face, no trace." You feel what I'm saying? No face, no trace. So if they took the actual people who assaulted, because we're gonna watch the footage too, man. We're probably gonna break the footage down on the Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't really bring too much footage and stuff to YouTube. You know how they do. So on the Facebook page, we're probably going to break down all of that. Mm-hmm. And y'all, we're gonna make the Justice for Kendrick page. I'm gonna make that page today. I'm gonna post the Justice for Kendrick page in the SSU. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and invite Miss Jackie to the page, and I'm gonna invite all y'all to the page, man. And that's where we're gonna put the bulk of that information in that page. Okay? Yeah, he was 17. What's up, Havoc? How you doing? Mm-hmm. He was 17. It was Georgia. People wanted to know the state. It was Georgia. It was Georgia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's good, Southern Peach? How you doing? How you doing? Emma, what's good? Cynthia, Miss T, how you doing? Silent Havoc, what's good? Jara, what's good? Teray, what's good? Daniele, what's good? Miranda, what up? What up? Blessed, what's goody? Beautiful, what's up? Everybody in the building, y'all. Yeah, he played. His mom was on the line earlier. Uh, I'm sorry if y'all couldn't hear his mom too good. I'm sorry if it was low, but his mom said he was very athletic. I think he played basketball, football, all of that. You feel me? And his mom was trying to tell us about the good times that they had, her and her son had. And it really touches my heart, man, because young age, Um, nobody deserves it. You know what I'm saying? An accidental death is an accidental death. But I mean, it don't even take a rocket scientist to see that. Come on, man. If you how is it? Come on, man. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody so athletic cannot get out of a mat. And then if he did fall in, why in the world at this point, when he, out of all the days that he supposedly was going into this mat, getting his shoe out, the day that he falls in there, nobody's around? I can't imagine that. They say he used to go in the mat to get his shoe all the time. So out of the one day that he falls in, nobody's there. Nobody's around. He's the only one in there. Okay. Now, what I want to know is what what I want to know how long does it take the next class to get into the gym? I want to know if this was after hours, like was it something after hours going on at the school? Because if he did get stuck, there's no way there was instant death. You feel what I'm saying? So if he did get stuck, you can still scream. You feel what I'm saying? You can still scream, and I'm pretty sure the next group of people coming in would hear you. I want to know how loud this gym was on a regular day. I want to know if a class came in right after he supposedly fell into the mat. Because if a class came in right after, then there's no way that, come on, man. Come on. Because they say, look, they say if you in the gym, you put your shoes by the mat, right? So if classes change out and then you got a whole nother class coming in there like 10 minutes later and they go to put their shoes by the mat, they would hear him in the mat. And then it's not like oxygen is not getting in the mat. Oxygen is getting in the mat from both sides. A mat isn't closed on one side and open on the other one. You get what I'm saying? The oxygen is coming in from the top, so it's not like it's suffocation. You get oxygen. Well, I say that to say this, man. This is a very, very spiritual thing right here. If you're ready to strap up and take it on, then let's take it on. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be weak at heart, then just sit on the side. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no. But for real, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know we all strong. I know we all gonna do the best of our ability to get some answers. So I love y'all from the top to the bottom. I hope y'all having a great morning. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Yeah. It's crazy, Southern. It's crazy. But we're gonna really get into it, man. Let me make sure I ain't got nobody trying to get up on the panel. And then I'll go ahead and end this live, man. All right, bet. So I'm gonna go ahead and create the group, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and create the group and then I'll send it to everybody. All right. So this is just part one. I gave y'all basically the breakdown, the Wikipedia breakdown behind Kendrick or whatever in this situation. Again, condolences to his mother, and we're about to get into it, man. Let's go.